everybody, it's Chrissy from Knitting in the Heights. This is a surprise New Year's Eve little vlog. So I'm about to finish a Mahusive project, and I'm gonna finish it earlier than I thought. And because of that, I'm gonna treat myself to a surprise cast on, everyone. So the Twists and Turns, which I've been working on since October 2022, I am on the final bits and I'm zooming through. It is New Year's Eve. It's New York City. My neighbors are gonna be up shooting off fireworks or whatever until about 1:30 in the morning. This has happened every year I've lived in New York. I'm typically here for New Year's Eve. This is definitely something. It's gonna be loud. So I'm not gonna sleep for a while. So because of that, I'm gonna be casting off the Twists and Turns. Probably it's around, let me see. It's 5:52 right now. I have a little bit more on this I-cord bind off because the scallops are done. Those they were so really fun, actually. My gray color, that is like the color you need to bind off, and it was surprisingly there was a lot more than I thought, but I have an idea of what I'm going to use for this. So remember I talked about next Christmas already in my Yule cast on and my Christmas Eve cast on because I've got all the plans. I needed a sparkle yarn for if I do the 24-day Advent socks again. This is more than enough, and it might be more than enough also for the collar and the cuff and rib if I do a sparkle sea glass tee. That's exciting. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out how much of the Knit Pick Stroll I'm kind of using. And I haven't weighed this ball, but I would not be surprised if there's more than 50 grams in here. And plus I have a little nugget over here. So I think I have plenty to do both of those. Pretty sure. So that's exciting. So I'll be putting that away once I'm done. I'm going to clean out this Doctor Who bag and it will hold the yarns for my ranunculus. So in a little while, I'm going to go ahead and wind up some yarn. And I'm also going to wind up yarn for my, the one skein I need to wind up for my for my New Year's Day cast on, the Beatles mittens. So here is my knitting plan. Tonight, once I'm done with the Twists and Turns, I will knit that ranunculus. I'm actually going to put a timer on because I'm super interested in how long this thing is going to take, especially in DK weight. I'm super interested. And I'm not doing a huge size. I have to look at the pattern. I'll let you know what size it is later. So yeah, that's really kind of fun and cool. And what else? Then, so I'll wind up that yarn. I will cast on later tonight. There's Stranger Things. I had been rewatching the entire series, and I'm like in the middle of season 3. I have watched all of season 5 up until where we're at. I think what I'm gonna do in just a few minutes is I'm gonna go ahead and restart season 5, and that'll give me plenty to watch between today and tomorrow. And I'm gonna just try to stay clear of all the social media that's new, so that I can not know what happens. I will probably not even go on to Facebook. So I'm gonna do that. And then, tomorrow morning I will cast on my Beatles mittens and see how far I can take those. The only plan I might have tomorrow, I might go out and take a walk and see if the laundromat's open. And if so, because everybody is going to be sleeping in, I might go do a load of laundry, in which case I'll probably just work on the cuffs to the Beatles mittens. I'm considering going ahead and knitting both cuffs simultaneously, so that I can kind of do some, I might not. I don't know. No, I won't do that. But anyway, the Beatles mittens, I can get that done. Yeah. I'm excited, everybody. This is exciting. Anyway, I will check in with you guys later. But then, tomorrow's Beatles mittens, and then Sunday, like Friday through Sunday, it's basically going to be the ranunculus. And the only time I will knit on something else is likely going to be the socks, the Hocus Pocus socks, when I need plain knitting. Because on Friday, we're going to go to the jump park with my colleague and his son because they got like a cough and they didn't want to infect us, which I very much appreciate. So we're going to do that on Friday so that we have a train ride up out of the city and back. So we'll have some time there, and I've got to do some more laundry to get caught up. I've got to actually go under my bed and find some stuff because I'm missing socks. I'm pretty sure that's where they are. They're probably hidden like underneath. I have a walking pad. They're probably hidden someplace in there. Anyway, a lot to say. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This is so exciting. I will show you everything very soon. I did it, you guys. I finished. So let's start with showing you this. Okay, I am so excited to be done with this project. I just need to block it, and I will block it. I just have some things blocking right now. I washed like 4 of my sweaters today. Oh, look, you guys. It's so pretty. And it's extraordinarily long. I'm loving the scallop edging. It's done. It's finally off the needles. Let's see. Oh, it's a schlanket. It is a schlanket. Oh my God. It's totally going to keep my friend Liz warm. Look at that. It's so humongoid. I mean, I don't even know. Oh, I wonder if it's going to grow anymore. Oh, it is so good. It's so good. I need to take like the most epic picture of it and share with Josh. He's currently with his family in Indiana, but it's really cool. I will say the edging that I ended up with, so good. It was fun too. Basically, it's that twisted stitch pattern you have over here, but created into scallops. And what's cool is there's a knitted I-cord that goes through each of those. So it is very cool. I'm really digging it. Okay, so now that my hair's all messed up. So I'm gonna wind some yarn in a second I'll talk about my Beetles mittens tomorrow. But let's talk about this ranunculus I'm casting on tonight. It's almost 8 o'clock. I'm gonna have a cheeky cream puff that I made earlier and had frozen. It is now defrosted, I think. So the ranunculus, this is by Midori Hirose. I am using DK weight yarn for this because I want something cozy and comfy. And so my main color is going to be this really deep stash. It's Madeline Tosh in the Clematis colorway. You see, it's like a purple with like black. It's real pretty. And then that is going to be the majority of the sweater. So it's going to be up here. I have to take a look at my notes. I had some notes about not doing certain of the German short rows. I have to just check into that and see which ones they were. I don't know if they were all of them or if they were just the front ones, because there are front ones that may not need to be there. The back ones I might do. I have to take a look at my notes. There was something I had seen in somebody's podcast that said that. So anyway, that'll be this part. Then there is a texture section, a lay section, and a texture section. So the texture sections are going to be in this glorious yarn. This is from Breadalicious yarns, Breadalicious hand-dyed yarns. It's in the Crazy Tuesday colorway. Yeah, look at it. Oh, that's so good. And then the lace section, I've decided to use this lovely skein. And they are going to make this sweater. Now, in looking at my notes, I'm going to pull them up real quick. Got to go to my queue, and I've got to find the ranunculus. Okay. I hate that. The queue doesn't do the search very well. I'm pretty sure I've queued it. It's just sometimes when you put in your search, it doesn't come up. Anyway, it uses huge needles. There we go. I'm making size 3, and which is going to be not oversized for me. If anything, it's going to be, I'm trying to see, the size 3 says, oh, there's all sorts of Japanese. I'm trying to see what the bus circup. Size 3 is going to be slightly oversized, but it's only going to be a couple of inches of positive ease, I believe. It's going to be pretty, it's not going to be like super oversized like a lot of these sweaters are, okay? And the idea is I will do sleeves depending on how much yarn I have left over. So what I will do is, since so much of the yoke is going to be knit in other colors, I may even do something where I repeat the texture pattern and even the lace pattern on the sleeves. I think that could be like right towards the bottom before the cuff. I think that could be really cool if I can figure out how many rows that would be. I would love to do something like that to really utilize all this yarn, because I mean, it's not going to need all this, right? It's totally not going to need all this. So that's my plan. I'm going to cast on. I'm going to see how long it takes to knit. Let's see how it goes. All right. I will be checking back in with you when I do some winding. Okay. So I thought I would just pop back on because I just weighed the shawl. 354 grams. That means in 2025, I have knit 2,180 grams of yarn. That is almost 22 full skeins of yarn. And that brings my grand total to, I am down 2,678 grams of yarn in total for the year. We're finishing off 2025 with a bang. It's so exciting. All right, now to wind some yarn. For the record, the fireworks have already started. It's 8:18 in the evening. It's gonna be a live one, everybody. Gabe wants you to see his chow. This is a Sonic thing. He got it from me for Christmas this year. Well, it is now time to cast on. It is 9 p.m. on New Year's Eve. Yeah, the fireworks have already started outside. Everybody's starting to party now. So I think, yeah, it's going to be at least 4 hours of noise right outside. Yeah, the weather is clear, so everybody is out and about, even though it's cold. So we're going to cast on things to know. I am going to do the narrower neckline. So I need to get started with that. I'm just going to do the raglan, not the raglan shaping, the short rows in the back of the neck. Other than that, let's knit a sweater. Whee! Hello, everybody. It is almost 10:30 and I'm almost done with the collar. I had never done a tubular cast on. So this was a new technique for me. It took me a couple times. So yeah, so this has been about an hour and 20 minutes of knitting, which I know doesn't seem like a lot, but I think once I get past the collar, it'll go a little bit faster, simply because I'm not learning a new technique at that point. So yeah, so I just have like about a round and a half more of ribbing, and then I get to take the waste yarn out and we'll see what happens then. Well, everybody, Happy New Year. It is now 2026. It is exactly midnight. There was fireworks outside. And I have changed colors and I am in, I know it looks like a hat, right now, just because I have it on a really tiny needle. I'm going to do this last row. It's the first texture. Well, it's like round 3, where the texture stuff starts. So anyway, I'm going to finish that up so that I get it done before I forget what I'm doing. And then I think we're going to start getting ready for bed. All right, I'll see you in the morning.
I don't know which layout this is because this is one that I added this year. But I did want to show you why I want to talk through why I chose the same sweater and buying a new pattern instead of using the one that I already have the pattern for. All right, I will check in a bit later.
Happy New Year, everybody. I'm whispering because Gabriel's still asleep a little bit. Anyway, so yeah, I've cast on my Beatles mittens. That was a bit fiddly. Yeah, that was quite a bit fiddly, actually. But that's okay. I am basically going to try to use up the smallest nugget of sand dune, potentially. I have it kind of tucked away just in case my contrast, like my main color, runs out, because I don't know quite if I have enough. Worst case scenario, it could be the top of the thumb. That's hopefully, I don't know. I didn't use as much yarn as I thought I needed, and I really am going to focus on using this. I've actually 100 grams of this. I have another skein in my closet, so I don't think I'm going to use that much of it. But anyway, so yeah, I have this much of the sand dune. I'm going to go ahead and do my cuff in this, and let's see how it goes. Hello, everybody. So it is about 11:45 in the morning, New Year's Day, and I got a great start on my Beatles mittens. They are cast on. I'll show you those in a second, but I wanted to take a look at the ranunculus. So last night I had knit for, I wrote it down, I think it's 2 hours and 51, 2 hours and something minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. I'll have to look. My timer, when I paused it, I accidentally stopped it, so it erased where I was, but I did write down exactly how long it took me to get to this point. So I am in the patterning. I am loving this color combination and how fast this is going now. Yeah, the tubular cast on was actually really fun. It's super stretchy. I think I'm real tempted to put this on waste yarn and try it over my head, but it should fit. It's just it's gonna be like a really, yeah, it's gonna be really kind of high up, which is fine. So yeah, so we're gonna, I think I'm gonna put about another hour's worth of work on this. I'm still watching Stranger Things. I didn't watch the ending. I am now in season 4, like in the middle of episode 3. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and knit on this for an episode and a half. We had brunch this morning, so yeah, so I've just eaten. I have a little bit of chocolate off to the side, in case I need a little bit more knitting. Good, like something to help me get through the knitting. I don't think I will. I mean, I might have some more chocolate, but this knitting is actually a lot of fun. So yes, I'm enjoying this ranunculus immensely. It is a great thing. And then my Beatles mittens. So I'm really happy with the color combination. Here we go. So we have some of that, a little tiny bit of that sand dune left. And then this color this is socks, Coop Knit socks, yeah, in the Chryso colorway. Now, my biggest concern is playing yarn chicken. So here's my other option. I have a tiny nugget that's is a darker blue that I think will contrast enough to see this. So if I run out of my main color, the background color, the Neve color, if I run out of that, I can potentially get into that. I did basically separate my balls 100%, like, well, 50%. I separated them. So I have two. So I know exactly how much I need for each. So worst case scenario on the thumb, I can either knit as the background, because you do actually have color work on the thumb. I don't want to not have that. It's like one of the Beatles' heads. I can't cut his head off. So if worst case scenario, the top of the thumb will be a different color. I also have the tiniest little nugget left of the sand dune. That's also an option. I'm really hoping I am just being overly cautious on this one. And then I'll have plenty. Because I have a total of 34 grams of this, of the Neve color when I put the two balls together. And I remember it says, you know, you need a 50-gram skein, but I know I probably don't need quite that much because I'm also adjusting this. So I'm not, so how I'm gonna adjust it is I'm gonna carry this blue color up. An extra, once we get into the knit stitches, I'm gonna carry that up for one stitch, for one row. Because there are 3 rows. I can't tell you what happens in those rows because it's a Barefoot pattern. But there are 3 rows I need to do before I start the color work section. And one of those 3 rows is going to be in this. So I've decided to do that so there's a little bit more demarcation before the color work starts. So there we go. This is where I'm at with everything. I will check in with you later. Hello, everybody. It's about 2:37 in the afternoon. I am over 2 hours into the ranunculus today. It has gotten really cold outside. I just looked at the weather app and it says it's 20 something degrees out Fahrenheit, but it feels like 12. It feels like 12. I am layering up all of the knitwear. So I am wearing my Libby cardigan. That's not right. It's a short sleeve cardigan. I put this, basically it's a store-bought cardigan that my sister gave me. And then I'm wearing my Chalsasson, and on my lap is my Adventurous, and I have double socks. I have a hand knit pair of socks. It's Franken socks, Halloween Franken socks. And over top I put these other socks that my aunt gave me. Yeah, it's cold. It's really cold, but let me show you my progress. So for my progress, so this is about just over 5 hours in. So we got the texture, the first textured section all done. I've changed colors to the whites. So I'm just knitting straight across now. And I will be doing our lace section and another increase. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get this done in 12 hours, but it is flying. So I'm just gonna keep going because there's more Stranger Things to watch and, you know, basically binge. So that's kind of my plan for today. I do plan to make some baked potatoes and put chili over them for dinner. That sounds really lovely. And it's actually so cold, my asthma's acting up. So I did have some Diet Coke earlier. It made me cough. So I'm going to stick with water. I might make some herbal tea in a little bit. But yeah, it's really gloriously pretty. Yeah, let's see how long this takes for me to make. Hello, everybody, and we're back. It's about 6:20 in the early evening. And this is where I got to with my Beatles mittens. Yeah, I am on row, trying to think where I am in the color work rows. Like 7, I want to say. Takes a while. Got like 90, I think. Oh boy. Will I make it? Will I not? I don't know. I'm curious to see how much yarn I have left. How much have I used? Because this is scaring me a little bit. Let's see. Okay, 12. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. So, boy. So, what is plan B? I don't know. Plan B? We gotta figure something out. I mean, I don't really know what to do if we don't get to it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep going and see how far I get. I mean, I could switch to bare yarn. I'll do a bare yarn. That's never gonna be a problem. It won't look the same. I'll have to think about it. What would you do? Yeah, I have 12 grams left. And did I start with like, well, I can tell you because I have the other half of the ball is over here. So if, oops, how much is that? 14. Oh, I haven't used that much. It's like just over a gram of yarn. Okay. So if 7 rows equals 1 gram, let's say 7 rows equals a gram, and we have 90 grams. Let's do a little math. I'm actually gonna look for my calculator. All right. 90 divided by 7 equals, we might make it. We might actually make it. This is crazy. It says 12.86. And I currently have 1403 is what I started with. And this is at approximately 12.12. Okay. Oh, it's almost 2 grams. Wait, is it? No, I have a lot of yarn pulled off this ball. Oops. Sorry, I'm gonna put you down for a second. Okay, so let's try this again. I'm gonna rewind this up. And the last, like, it gets smaller too, so that's something I have to keep in mind. So 12 and a half. Like, it's just over 12 and a half. Let me see. 12.4. I don't know. Not sure. Let me see how many rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm on the 7th row. It's gonna be touch and go, you guys. Just gonna keep going. We're gonna keep it rolling. We're gonna do our best. The tip of the mitten might end up being something else. Okay, we're gonna fix it. We're gonna finish this though, no matter what. The thumb, I'm not opposed to using a different contrasting color for the thumb behind the color work. Yarn chicken this early on in a project. Well, if I'll tell you this, if I get through this one, I know I'll have enough in the next one. That's the key, right? All right. I'll check back in with you later. Hello, everybody. We are now at about 9:30 p.m. And this is where I've gotten to. I definitely knit over 6 hours at this point, if not 7 hours. I definitely don't think this is going to be done in 12 hours for me, and that's fine. But I am enjoying this knit immensely. I think it's really going to fly once it gets to stockinette and the round. I think too, it's meant to be a crop sweater, and I'm not going to make it cropped. So yeah, I'm just going to keep going with it. It's a lot of fun to knit something that knits up so quickly. That's good. I'm starting to get tired, and Gabe and I are going to go out tomorrow, taking him to a jump park outside the city. So that's going to be fun. So I'm signing off for now.